Hello guys! In this video, we will learn the history of the death of AWS Malabi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Merdeka! Saudara-saudara penduduk kota Surabaya. Kita semuanya telah mengetahui bahwa hari ini tentara Inggris telah menyebarkan pamflet-pamflet yang memberikan suatu ancaman kepada kita semua. Kita diwajibkan untuk dalam waktu yang mereka tentukan menyerahkan senjata-senjata yang telah kita rebut dari tangannya tentara Jepang. Tetapi inilah jawaban kita. Selama banteng-banteng Indonesia masih mempunyai darah merah yang dapat membuat setarik kain putih, merah dan putih, maka selama itu tidak akan kita mau menyerah kepada siapapun juga. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Merdeka!
Yup, on November 10, Indonesia, especially the city of Surabaya, celebrate Heroes Day to commemorate the Battle of Surabaya in 1945. The story began with misunderstanding between British soldiers in Jakarta and Surabaya. The crux of the problem was because the Allied force from Jakarta had already ordered the deployment of an ultimatum without notifying the British military allied from in Surabaya, namely the 49 Maratha Indian Infantry Brigades, under the command of Brigadier AWS Malabi. The spread of the ultimatum that occurred on October 27, 1945 angered the people of Surabaya. Malabi and his troop was caught in trouble. In addition, the British military from Jakarta had been playing disarmament, which made the youth of Surabaya even more angry. Surabaya was finally hot, until there was a battle for 3 days between Brigade 49 and Republican fighters from various elements. Former Lieutenant Colonel A.G.F. Dalton called those 3 days hell, and he believed British military outpost was bound to be destroyed. The fighter of the Republic of Indonesia did not care about the number of victims who fell. Indonesia certified that at that time, around October 28 until 29, 1945, the British were overwhelmed and almost exhausted in Surabaya. Hearing of the situation in Surabaya, the British military leader in Jakarta, Major General Houghton, invited the Republican leadership in Jakarta to negotiate, hoping that President Sukarno authority could make the anger of the Surabaya youth subside. After the arrival of President Sukarno and other officials in Surabaya, a special bureau was formed which could serve as a contract mediating conflict between the British military and the youth of Surabaya. In order to seek peace in Surabaya, the Special Bureau conducted a motorized parade in Surabaya on October 30, 1945 to the place of negotiation, namely the International Building. The people in front of the International Building who had looked calm at first and got angry when they saw the arrival of the Special Bureau. They lined up and covered the road until the group had to stop right in front of the Bread Bridge. The situation is very rowdy. The crowd of people did not know who Malabi was. The officer, who is almost 46 years old, was about to enter the International Building but was blocked by a mass of people outside the building. One of the mass of the people sighed, not the old ones, just the young ones, until finally Malabi resigned himself to waiting for the outcome of the negotiation outside the building. It was almost dark by then, but the tension has not subsided. Suddenly there is a gunshot that is not clear who started this mess. Inside the international building, several British officers were very worried about Malaby, who was in the middle of a crowd that was considered dangerous. Meanwhile, according to David Well, Malaby and several other British officers was sitting in the car when there was a gunfight. When the gunfire died down, Malaby picked out to monitor the situation. Several unknown youths the approach Captain R.J. Smith, a Scott Bay GKA parrot in who killed Brigadier Malaby in 1975, saw a young man who then shot Malaby from close range. And that was the last twilight of Malaby. The fighting lasted for hours, only to stop at almost 9 o'clock at night. The fighting died down after an announcement was made that the British troops will evacuate the following day. The British Indian troops finally left the international building in troops provided by the Indonesians. After news of the death spread, it was widely believed that Malaby was killed by Indonesian military. Before leaving the building, on the night of the battle, Smith spoke with the British officer who informed him of Malaby's death. Yep, the officer did not forget to threaten the death of a high-ranking British officer will surely be avenged by the British Royal Army from land, sea, and air. Until the morning of November 10, 1945, British troops began to advance to Surabaya with protection from naval, land, and air bombings. Although the Indonesians defended the city heroically, the city was defeated within 3 days and the whole battle lasted 3 weeks. The Battle of Surabaya caused Indonesia to lose weapons that hindered the country's struggle for independence. However, the same battle provoked the Indonesian and international mass to stage demonstration for the independence of the country, which made this battle very important for the Indonesian national revolution. Okay, thank you for watching.